We are live. We are live. It's so good to be here. Happy Monday. Just wanted to welcome everyone who's out there. Hope everyone's feeling really good today. So come on in and say hello. I'm so excited. We made it to my third episode, and I have such a great guest today. Such a fantastic person who's got a really great story. So I can't wait to get into it. Yay, we already got comments and we got people. Mr. Powers. Usama. Okay. David.
David.
Yes. All right. I'm going to get back to those. So let me go ahead and get into my intro while everybody gets in. Welcome, welcome. Hola. How is everybody? Again, we made it. I hope everybody's feeling good. I'm the host of tonight's conversation. I'm here with you guys every Monday, wanting to share stories. It's incredible to be here, and they deserve to be known. So we're going to promote these topics to bring awareness to mental health issues, disability, trauma, and lots of other life issues. We want to break stereotypes and stigmas. This is a place where we want to share experiences and that are difficult or sensitive. So usually I always add that trigger warning. Use discretion. There might be some difficult conversations that are mature in nature. So, all right, guys, come on in, and we're going to go ahead. And you guys, if you guys haven't yet, please go ahead and follow, subscribe. Make sure you like the video. Like, if you're here live, hashtag live. If you're replay, hashtag replay. And yeah, I'm just here to have a wonderful conversation. So we're going to get to our guest here. He needs no introduction. Lots of you guys are very familiar with him on LinkedIn and now obviously Clubhouse. He's super popular on Clubhouse. He needs no introduction. We have Mr. Jaris. He's going to be here with his life experiences. So let's go ahead and welcome him. And we're going to have him here in my company to check in and talk to you. Hi.
Hey, DJ. Thank you so much for having me. This is an absolute honor. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you. I'm just going to go ahead and pop in through the comments while we say hello to all our viewers that are out there. They want to see you too. Everyone's been so excited that you're here. So we have Usama Diru says hello. Hello, world. You know Darren.
Yes. What's
All
up,
right. Yeah, he's awesome. Joe Dexter. Hi, Joe. It's so good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Facebook. All right. Enrique's here.
What's up, Enrique?
I know. He's awesome. Vipers. That's right. What's going on? David Mumford.
What's up, David?
He says you got this night with a great, amazing person. That's you, sir. That is you.
Thank you.
Yeah. What's up, folks? Everyone's talking. Teresa says looking gorgeous. Thank you. You're so sweet. She's such a sweetie. All right. We got all our Twitch family. Everyone's on Twitch saying, all right, you guys, let me know about the captions, please. Team Live. Let me know if there's captions. You guys know that that's something we're working on, and make sure we're a little more inclusive around here. So wherever you guys are at, just pop it into the comments and let me know. Here we go. Mr. Power says hello to you. Everyone's saying hi. All right. This is great. Everyone's really psyched. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. I appreciate the love and support.
Yeah. Oh, Gabe's live streaming this to
What's
LinkedIn.
up, Gabe?
He's awesome. There we go. He's awesome. Closed captions do not seem to be working right now. All right. Is that on Twitch? Yes, it is. He's on Twitch. All right. Well, I've got the captions working. I've got them recorded, so they will be in the YouTube. I'm going to come find you. Okay. Someone's going to buy you lunch.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to hold you to that.
All right. All right. Darren says, he's got lunch on you. All right. You're rocking it. All right. So let's go ahead and let's get talking. Let's go figure out who you are, what you're about, what you're all about. So, yeah. So tell us who you are. Introduce yourself. Tell everybody who you are.
My name is Jaris Tucker. I am the CEO of Real One-on-One Consultant. It is a business marketing company. We specialize in advertising, branding, and personal development. But that's just what I do on paper. I'm a human being first, and I've realized that I have a message and that I'm here to serve people. I don't look at it as work to me. This is my lifestyle because I enjoy talking to others. I enjoy getting other people's perspectives, kind of digging into why people act the way they act and why people think the way they think. And that has brought me to here with you. So
Oh,
happy to be here.
yes. Well, you've got such a beautiful message. I've been following you for a while, and I know that you're working and you've got lots of going on. So whenever you put stuff up, it really always impacted me. I really always was drawn to it. And I just knew like that there was more that I wanted to know about you. So that's why I reached out to you.
I was so
And
happy. Yeah, when you did, you was like, I didn't think you was gonna do it. I'm like, DJ, it'll be an honor. So thank you.
yeah, no, it's just, I know you've got a story. I know, that there's stuff inside you that you want to share. I know we've talked a little bit about this, and I really just, where do you want to start? Like, where would you want to start? Where digging deep into, a little bit about your past and how you got to where we're at, because that's where we're going to end. We're going to, everyone knows you for who you are in your business and what you bring to the table. But a lot of people don't know your past, your childhood, some of your experiences that you've been through. So that's kind of like the stuff I want to know. I do want to know a little bit about all the mayhem that kind of brought you to this point in your life.
All right,
So
let's start. So I can remember like being like I don't know, like being 5 years old, being 7 years old, being 9 years old, having responsibility at an early age. I got a lot of brothers and sisters. We grew up poor, just what it was. And we didn't let that deter us because we had our imagination. So we always used to play with each other. We had a lot of love.
mhm.
And coming up, as a kid, you always dream for more. So I can remember, reflecting now, knowing that I was going to do something special with myself and with my life. I just didn't know what that was. I was
Right.
telling my brother yesterday, I knew it was going to be in the entertainment field. I thought maybe I would be like a rapper or, I have a
Sure.
talent in making music as well. And
Hmm.
just coming up, my mother, my father, they just raised us right. Shout out to my mother. We had
Oh.
good morals. We had good upbringing. My mama was so strict, so there was a lot of things that we just couldn't do. And when
Hmm.
you grow up not having anything, then we kind of moved to the projects, and I just saw a community of people that were, we weren't satisfied, but we were happy just with what we had because we would take care of each other.
Yeah.
And that background, growing up like that, I started working at an early age, maybe about 15 or 16 years old. And I noticed then that,
Wow. Early.
yeah, well, because you don't
Mhm.
have nothing. You want to buy the nice shoes for school. I didn't really start dressing the way I wanted to until I was probably about 16 years old, like in 11th grade. Other than that, it was,
Wow.
wearing hand-me-downs. You
Hmm.
did it in how you did. But
Yeah.
that upbringing from my parents, especially my mother, I can say is what has brought me here today, because I would go to these jobs in different places and I would always work hard. And like I said, I can remember being 5, 7, and 9 years old, having responsibility, maybe doing chores or taking care of my younger brothers and sisters. And that instilled leadership in me at an early age. I didn't know that though. So coming up, when you were raised to do certain things and you get older, you kind of look back and say, wow, well, this is why I feel the way I feel, or this is why I act the way I act, because I had such a strong upbringing in leadership. That's why I always say today, I volunteer to take the lead in leadership because I've been a follower and I don't mind following, and I know how to lead because this was instilled in me at such an early age.
Yeah, I think you definitely were just, when you're listening to you speak, you come across as a leader. You were taking care of your siblings. You were setting the example. You had your mother there to like make sure that, you were doing what you were supposed to be doing and really helping out the family, right? Helping out
Right.
the little ones. So you were a role model. You were a leader from a very early age.
Yeah. So growing up, working, I just thought life was just you go, you're working 40 hours, You know, you put your 401k up, you go to college. I did go to college. I got a degree once I got older. And I thought, you know, that was the American dream. And
Yeah.
my last position as a production supervisor is what really showed me the skill set that I had, because I was working for a multi-billion-dollar company, but the culture in the plant was just so toxic. And I would tell everybody it was like literally dancing with the devil. Every day I had to go to work and like decide, okay, do I want to work in this place? You know,
Mm-hmm.
sitting in my car 15 minutes before going in, having a battle. Like, I really don't want to be here. But looking back, those experiences shaped me to be the man I am, because I started out being responsible for a small group of people.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, I'm literally like almost running like the whole warehouse at third shift. And you had to learn and be able to pick up fast, because by me being a younger supervisor and not having the experience as the other supervisors had, you know, a lot of people try to play games and they would run games on me because the work environment was already toxic. So a lot of people didn't want to be there, but I just kind of took it as a challenge. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to quit. I'm going to see or make the most out of that opportunity. And that's when I started understanding the importance of dealing with people, building relationships, understanding why people act a certain way.
Yeah. So how old were you? Was that in your 20s, 30s?
That,
How
that
about
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just trying to kind of get, what your younger into your adolescence into your young adulthood is really when you were working like.
Yeah, I kind of wrapped it all up.
Yeah.
My life has been like that, since I started working. I would always come in
Wow.
and work my way up, and always get a leadership role, because the people that the managers would always see something in me. I didn't understand what they were seeing at the time, but now I get it. But
Hmm.
that still wasn't what I wanted to do. I didn't want to be a supervisor. They just saw something in me that knew I had the skill set to do that, but that's not what I wanted to do. But from being 15 on up to 30 years old, I'm 35. That was
Right.
my whole life. Working in factories and places like that, coming in as a temp, working my way up. Next thing you know, I would always become the floor leader or the supervisor. But the last job I'm talking about, I think I was probably about maybe 31, 32 years
Mhm.
old when I got, that was a major supervisor role for me. That's when everything started to take shape.
Take shape. Yeah, yeah. I just, when you were talking, I think of the hardships and how they molded you. So, can you think of any like stories or examples or experiences that really molded those values that you realize that you're like, you know what, things need to change. Like things need to change, or I'm ready to, any shifts in your life?
Yeah, like I say, with my jobs, the last one, that was the major one, because before I became the supervisor, I was already working at
Hmm.
I was a regular employee. So I'm literally best friends with everybody. And overnight, they're like, okay, we want you to be the person that's running the show.
Hmm.
Now, you got to look at how the employees were looking at me, because we were just laughing and joking, breaking the rules, taking longer breaks. Now I'm
Yeah.
the one responsible. And I can remember the second night that I, had that role, and the
Hmm.
same people that, we were friends, we would get off work and drink and do whatever.
Hmm.
And we had a piece of equipment that didn't work. So I didn't know how to run that piece of equipment. So I was calling the guys like, yo, come on, we need to get this running. And everybody literally looked at me and said, look, you the supervisor, you fix it. You want to be the man, and you go head on and get it running. We ain't doing
Yeah.
nothing. And I was just like, wow, y'all really gonna turn your back on me like that, knowing I don't know
Learning
what's
quick.
going on. And
Hmm.
from that point in my life, I really realized, because I hadn't really accepted the role at that time. I was just kind of filling in for somebody else. But
Hmm.
that day when they showed off on me so bad, I made up in my mind that I was going to take the role that they offered it to me, because I wanted to show them I'm not scared of nobody, because I grew up from the streets. A lot of people don't
Hmm.
know that. A lot of people look at me and they don't understand, like, how can you carry yourself the way you do? Because when you grow up in that kind of environment, you got to protect yourself as a man. And I wanted to prove a point. And from that day, I said, you know what? I'm going to show these people not only why they should listen to me, not just because I
Right.
get the title, but I was gonna have their back because I already knew what, like I say, we were dancing with the devil. The place was just toxic overall. But that
Yeah.
particular experience of watching my fellow co-workers turn their back on me showed me that, hey, you all you got is yourself. And I learned a valuable lesson that same day.
Good. That's all. And that's what I wanted to know. Like, I wanted you to share some more of that stuff, like, how you were raised and what you saw and what was around you and how you knew that you wanted to overcome that. You wanted to, make sure that your kids, when your family came, that they had more than what you had, more opportunity and more, you know, just more opportunity. I don't,
Yeah.
just give them like. So I don't know. I just really hope that that's something that, or I just wonder if that's something that you want to touch more on,
Yeah,
in
I'll
the
touch more.
projects, and or where did you come from? Like, what part of the country? You don't have to give
I
too
touch
many
more on
details,
it
but
because a lot of people have never heard me share this bit of information. So I grew up in Virginia. We come from
okay.
the country. Then we moved to Danville to some projects, and all this stuff was new to us. We didn't know nothing about. I had seen drug dealing and people hanging out and doing whatever they did, but I hadn't seen it that close up front.
Okay.
As I grew older, I kind of dibbed and dabbed, did my thing or whatnot. But what made me really change and to separate myself was I always
Right.
worked, but I always knew how to make my money too because I wanted to be the man and take care of my family. So
Right.
from dipping and dabbling, I realized something very quickly that nobody really don't have your back like you think they do.
Right.
And I was growing up around so many people, hanging out with everybody, trying to be friends, and a lot of stuff was going on. And I was just like, man, these people don't have my back the way I would have their back, And, going
Mm-hmm.
to jail for stuff that I didn't do. That's what really was pissing me off because I'm like, if I do something, I'm a man about mine. I'm gonna take it, whatever. It is what it is. Prove it and done it. But just about every time that I would go to jail, it was because of something somebody else did. Now I'm not gonna tell on them, but in my
Right.
brain, I was like, this street stuff is not what it's cracked up to be because the people that I'm looking up to be whatever they say they are, they just won't like that. And I quickly realized that I was the one that was really like that. But I'm thinking that they were the gangsters and thugs because my mama didn't raise me to be like that. And I would tell
Right.
everybody, I'm not no gangster, no thug, but I'm a man and I'm going to handle my business if I need to. That's no problem.
Mm-hmm.
But it showed me very quickly that people are not who they say they are. And I didn't want to live that life. And I had already was raised to do the right thing anyway. And like I say, working with is what really kept me focused. I feel like if I was not working, I probably would have got sucked in a little bit more. But just to see, the finger continue to be pointed at me when I'm like, I'm a good person. I'm not bothering nobody. I'm just kind of,
Right.
doing what I got to do. But I would always get the short end of the stick every single time. And I just got tired of that.
Good. Well, it's good that you took that, empowered yourself to really know what you needed to do for yourself to push forward, to get through that, to get to where you wanted to be. You didn't give up. You stayed focused. Sounds
Yeah.
to me like you really worked, and you kind of knew, you had an idea. You may have not known exactly where you were going and who knows where we're going and where we're going to end up. You kind of just ride in a wave for the most part. We always say, live in the moment, stay in the moment. You can't worry about the future, can't worry about the past anymore. So, um, the chat's going crazy. I haven't even
I can
paid any
imagine.
attention to
I
the
can
chat,
imagine.
but you've been. I could go back and go through all these, like, everyone's so loving the message. Hello, you're getting deep. Come on, brother, we got your back, and I didn't want to stop you. So, it's nice when you tell this because lots of people need to hear this. A lot of people need to understand, that we're all have stuff that we deal with, that we carry, that's in our minds, that's on our back, that's the baggage. And, you just got to keep pushing forward. And, well, not to, just to touch on racial, like, you have a colored black man that you have to certainly be careful constantly, like, you have the target in your back. And we just want to make sure, like, that at least for me personally, we support that, your life matters just like everybody else's, like we need to make sure that we are there to support you, and understand that you can break stereotypes. Like, not everybody is all the stuff that they put on you. It's really sad, and it just breaks my heart.
Yeah, but you know what?
You
I
know.
think that's what got me in the position that I'm in now, because I didn't want to keep looking at that as an excuse, and we
Right.
do got it bad. I mean, it is what it is. Everybody know what's going on in today's society, but
Absolutely.
I want to be somebody that represents people that look like me in a
Right.
positive fashion and say, hey,
Absolutely.
you can grow up like this, you can do whatever you want to
That's
do.
right.
Now look at me.
That's
So this is my main reason for getting behind the camera, for
that's
people that look like me, that
that's
grew up
right.
like me, to have
Yeah.
encouragement. That's my main reason for doing it.
Absolutely. And I love that. That's why you're on the show. That's why you're here, because that story, that deserves to be known. That deserves to be heard. That part of you is so important. And, I honor that. I respect, you know, all that adversity and all that you have to go through just to get through one day. It's really not, I couldn't imagine being in your shoes. That's for sure. I mean, I look like white. I'm Latina. I'm Hispanic, and I've dealt with, racial stuff, but nowhere to the near extent. I couldn't imagine. I haven't been in your situation where I've had to go to jail because of
Yeah.
something I didn't do. And it sounds to me like it was more than one. So I mean, just to have that experience and that trauma and have to carry that constantly, but you are, and that's what I love about your message, is that you want to show people like that it's not about that. You can overcome that, and look at you. You went, like you were saying, like you got through that to get to the production, to get to working, to really like push yourself, to go to college and make something of yourself, and now you're here to mentor and support and encourage and empower other people. you know
Yeah.
really take a lot of pride in that, and you're so positive.
Yeah, that's why. Because I'll tell you a brief story.
Yes.
Maybe a month ago, I was vacationing in Georgia with my younger brothers and sisters. So
Hmm.
we were leaving. My brother was stationed in Savannah, so we were
Hmm.
leaving Savannah, going back to Augusta. So we just ride. Next thing you know, the cops put the light on, pulled us over. Right. So
Hmm.
my sister had been eating some seafood, and it had made her sick. So soon as she pulled over, she threw up. And I told her, I said, he gonna think you've been drinking. She was like, yeah, I know, but I talked to him. So we were just chilling, like, yeah, talk to him, everything good. Next thing I know, he's knocking at my window like, you need to get out the car. I smell marijuana. So I'm looking at him like,
Man.
it's no way you smell marijuana. I mean, you're tripping. So I told him, I said, look, officer. He said, well, crack the window. I had it cracked about that much. I said, look, I'm not cracking the window anymore. I said, look, I can give you my ID. I said, look,
Yeah.
you're if I'm not being detained, then I'm not getting out this car. And at that moment, he was like, well, yeah, you are being detained for obstruction of justice or something. I don't know. So as soon as he said that, I was on my phone the whole time. So I put my hands up. I said, all right, if I'm under arrest, I'm going to tell you I got a firearm on me. I'm a licensed carrier. And as soon as I said that, he snapped on me. Yeah, took me out the car, took my gun off of me. Next thing I know, I'm in handcuffs in the back of the car. Like 5 minutes later, I'm looking at my little sister that don't bother nobody. She's in the
Yeah.
back of the car right beside us. And I'm looking at him like, you know how you see it on Facebook and on social media, how they
Mhm.
do us? But for me to really be in that moment, I just like, man, like, are they gonna try to hurt us? Or they going? He just was so
Yeah.
aggressive, like, y'all better be glad you not in Savannah, or it would have been ugly. And
Wow.
only thing that got us
Wow.
out of it was I knew at that point, I said, I got to do something because I'm the leader, I'm the older brother, and we ain't did nothing wrong. I got a license. We ain't got no drugs. What are you talking about? So he ended up coming back to the car and he was like, I'm gonna give you another chance to tell me why you didn't tell me you had this gun. And I went on and told him. I said, I don't have to tell you that I didn't have this gun. I said, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take me and my little sister off of these handcuffs. You're gonna apologize, or you're gonna have a bigger problem. I said, because I'm somebody important. And luckily, his supervisor had pulled up at the same time they heard me say that. And he was like, yeah, man, them guys ain't did nothing, let them go. And all I kept hearing them say to each other was, yeah, he can be a little abrasive. And I'm thinking, if you know you got a partner that is being abrasive, even I heard his partner tell him, like, I heard the guy say he had a gun, like, why is you tripping? You know what I mean? It's not against the law for us to have a gun. But the thing that bothered me was he kept accusing me of being a drug dealer. He was like, now this is my little sister driving. He's like, yeah, I know your boyfriend got drugs on me. I'm like, this is my sister, dude. You know? And it just got so ugly, but I'm glad that,
nothing happened that day.
Huh?
Nothing happened that day, and you're here.
No. I mean, he let us go. I mean, he really didn't have no choice, because I was really ready to, it was going to get bad. Because I told my brothers in the Air Force, I said, you don't want these problems, man. And then my whole family, we just ain't playing like that. And he thinking that he's got away, but he don't know who he's dealing with. I got some real sweet plan for him. And the only reason why I let it go at that point, because I talked to his supervisor. My little brother did very good at just telling him, like, look, man, you cannot go around harassing people, because you have people like me that's not going to play with you. You know what I mean? He's like, well, I didn't want to pull my gun. I said, well, officer, I didn't want to pull mine either. So next time you see somebody, you keep your stereotypes to yourself, because you were just absolutely wrong for that.
Yeah. Wow.
But everything ended up working out. My sister got some tickets, and I'm going to tell her, I don't feel like, the tickets are called because, we were racially profiled at the end of the day.
Pretty much.
We're gonna fight it. We're gonna fight it to the utmost.
Wow. Those are those stories, like you going through that. Lots of people can relate, lots of other fellow, like, young up and coming Black men coming, that you can say, you know what, keep going. You can get to this point. Do you mentor?
Yeah.
Do you focus?
You know what's so crazy? I cannot tell you how many people that I actually mentor, because at first I didn't look at it like that. But I mentor a whole lot of people, sometimes even unknowingly, because there are people that mentor me and probably don't even have a clue that they're doing that. So yeah, lots of that.
Of course. It's just important sharing that story. That's why, it's just, the more you talk about it, then the more people can really say, man, we need to be in this, and we need to talk about this, and we need to, be there and change society, make these changes, so anyways, I'm not into politics, and I'm not going to get into politics, but, I'm really hoping that these next 4 years we get some changes start going. So.
Well, I think my reason, just like yours, is we are already part of the change, because look at what we have going on. I mean, just look at the camera. And I don't hold my color as an excuse anymore. I'm actually using it for my advantage. What I mean to say by that is,
good.
We have to get up and say what we need to say, because you never know, like you said, who is going to listen and be able to say, your story resonates with me, or wow. This is my first time even sharing most of these details with you. A lot of people watching, especially on LinkedIn, don't even have a clue.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing. I mean, these are really important. They really are. Someone's going to reach out to you. And I hope people do see this and they reach out and say, man, I saw you and your story really hit home. And, I really want to talk to you. I need to connect with you. Like, there's just something about that conversation. So I really hope that this brings, hopefully, you at least some prospective clients and some businesses and some opportunities, of course. That's all part of this, is letting it be known, putting it out there. Making sure that, and you're still available, you're working, you're being successful. And I want to keep promoting that and encouraging that. It's so important. Chat's still going. I don't know what's going on, but
I told you had a good fan base. I told you that.
Yeah. I don't know.
You're awesome.
I don't ask you, is there anything that people seem to misunderstand about you?
No, because I don't hide anything, and I'm so glad to be in this space that I can be who I am. I'm glad to be able to share these stories, because for a long time I just was like, I guess scared of the judgment. And when you're trying to be positive, you got people looking at you like, oh, especially where I come up from the streets, they're like, oh, you done fell off, or you done got soft. And I'm like, for a long time I was stuck in the middle of wanting to prove to people, like, look, I'm still the same, like, don't play with me now, but I'm learning that I don't have to prove nothing to anybody. And
Yeah.
I'm learning what's more important is we are changing the world just by me and you having this conversation. So I'm just honored to be here.
Good. Good. That's right. And I want people to reach out to you. I
I
want
can
people.
tell you this right now. Anytime you add value, people are going to reach out. And every time I do interviews, we add value. Somebody's going to reach out just based on that value. And my message is to
Good.
anybody that has a story. I don't care if you are shy, you got anxiety, you think it's stupid. Find some people that support you
That was
and share your story. And I would have never thought that was you. You know, when you reached out to me and you was like, "Well, I didn't think you was gonna agree to do it." I'm like, "Come on, DJ, don't treat me like that."
Well, I was just like, I'm just new around here, and I'm just like trying to do this little thing. Do you mind if you come along and help me out?
But you got it going on. Look at the comments rolling in. You're right.
Oh yeah, there's everyone's so great. We everyone's really supportive. This okay, Charlie's getting deep. Yes, hatred is bred from fear. Fear is bred from the unknown. So the only way to change a person's outlook of another is to become known to them. Very good, Charlie. That's awesome. Yes. All right, making an impact in people's lives. I love it. That's exactly what we want to do. That's exactly what we want to do. What, Enrique? I don't know. Oh, Teresa, they're talking. You shout out to this. Oh, hey, John. I hadn't seen him yet. He's checking in. He just got in here. All right. Well, that's good. I'm like the conversation's going really well, and you're really talking about some like really great things, and I appreciate everything you're sharing. You're just really bringing it. I'm glad. The hardships, the struggle. You're really like telling us some good stories, and it's important. What would you tell your 18-year-old self?
Oh, that's a good question. I would tell my 18-year-old self to take a deep breath, be easy, and understand that all you have is time. So a lot of times, especially now on the journey that I'm on now, I try to rush. Well, I used to try to rush and try to hurry up and get things absolutely perfect. But I'm learning now that this is a journey, this is a process, and to enjoy it. I can just look back the last like 2 years. I'm always having fun. I'm a happy person, but I wasn't really having fun and enjoying life. So I would tell my 18-year-old self, take your time, enjoy the process, and have fun with life.
Good. That's awesome. That's good. That's encouraging. Let's see. What else can I ask you? Most important thing you've learned in life? That's a good question. What's the
The
most
most important thing I've learned in life is to build a relationship with the Most High. That's something else that I talk about, but I really don't get into it because I know LinkedIn and social media is a professional platform. But I have to let it be known that growing up, my mama did bring us up in a religious background, but I'm more of a spiritual person now. So I would
important?
tell that's the most important thing. Even if you don't believe in that, find something to believe in, because now that I have something to believe in, I understand that things have become limitless for me, and that's what got me even talking to you, because I knew I wanted to be the world's biggest speaker. That was my goal. But I'm like, well, how do you go about doing that when you're shy, you're nervous,
Mhm.
whatever the case, you're coming up, you're a black
Yeah.
man. But for me,
Yeah.
having faith and believing in the higher power, that is what has really strengthened me and brought me here today. That's my secret right there, to be honest with you.
Okay. Your faith.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Good, good, good. Faith is important. I actually read, and I was doing with research, and that faith is just really, really important for healing, and I know that it's a struggle for people that with mental health issues, but faith is something that they can lean into if they're struggling. And I know that in the Hispanic community, faith is always the go-to because mental health is not something we talk about. It's not something that's openly. So faith was something that you could always lean into for strength and for growth and for development, and, to just find healing. So I just think that I don't know. Black community, it's same, faith-based, and a lot of the statistics, and I don't talk much about statistics, but I know that mental health is something that they don't talk about, and that there needs to be more availability, and when we talk about schools and all those other racial disparities, it really, because mental health is all across the board, everyone, all kinds of colors, races, there are mental health concerns, and they're not acknowledged. And I know that faith is usually a strong in Hispanic, Latino cultures and Black cultures, that we lean into that. So I just know that, and I was raised as well in the church, religious. So, a lot of my convictions really do come from that, into who it's become, who I've become because of those religious values and convictions that we learn when we're younger. And are you the oldest, the middle?
No, I'm the middle.
You're the middle. Oh,
I can't really say. I mean,
oldest, middle, oldest. I'm the
not
oldest.
the middle. I got two above me. No, definitely not the middle. No.
Holding up hands in church, be spiritual. Yes. Believe in what works for you. Yes. I don't really practice like a religion, but I was raised in practically every religion out there is the same. Be kind. That's right. That's right. Be kind. So faith, be kind. All those fundamentals are so important. This dude is just himself. I love it. Fearless. Thank you, D-Roo. I know. He's so good. I feel like I'm the one jamming up here the questions. I'm into religion, but I honor and respect every other's beliefs. I am into. Yes. Good. I love that everyone shares and everyone respects. That's the kind of community I want. That's the kind of network we want to have around here. Such a kind-hearted human. It's been a blessing because we've connected. Nuestras raises. I'm trying to read, Enrique. Sorry. Kindness is fundamental. Spiritual, not religious. Right. Well, I would consider myself, with spiritual faith, but not really religious. So I was just wondering. What else? Let's see. God, we've talked all kinds of stuff. Let's see. What makes you feel inspired? How do you find inspiration?
I find inspiration knowing that it's a lot of people that just don't know. It's no disrespect. I used to think that people were being funny, but people don't know. We need to hear these conversations so I can get your perspective on situations, on religion. Because this is one of the things I liked about what COVID-19 has done. And a lot of people lost their lives. Prayers for the family. But it has forced us to sit inside and have these difficult conversations. So there's a lot of things that we do need to hash out. Yeah. Because if we don't talk about a lot of stuff, communication is the number one issue. Because I don't know. It's not that I'm being funny or mean, but if I don't know your background, your perception on something, then how can I know how to handle you on a human being level first?
And for me, it's not easy. So how do I have this conversation with you? Is it going to come out okay? Are people going to judge me because I said it like this or I said it like that? But you know what? I want to know. And I think it's important that we touch on it and we bring it up. And it's like, is this something that, should we talk about? Is this something worth exploring in this conversation? Yeah. But Usama asked a good question. What's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is dying without getting the message that I know I have out. Without doing some of the things that I know need to be done. For example, if I was, I don't want to be laying in my casket with, I heard somebody say you got the ghost sitting around you that, you didn't write this book, or you didn't apologize to this person, or you didn't come out your shell, or you didn't try to be the person that you knew you could be. That's my biggest fear.
Okay. Wow. Well, we're going to give you that opportunity for you to share all that.
Well, you did. I mean, I do a lot of interviews, but this is the first one I've really got personal. So, we got that in the book, so I'm okay.
Well, I can't. Okay. Oh, that's so funny. Twitch reference. Thank you, Teresa. Charlie, I'm going to get to your question. Ooh, good questions. Okay, because I saw that. All right. Okay, let's go back to the question here. Charlie says, what kind of food or meal do you enjoy most to prepare and eat? That's a good question. That's a
That's a
fun
good question.
question.
I
What
like
do you
soul
think?
food.
What do you
But
think that says about you as a person?
I am working on that.
Thanks,
That's
Charlie.
something that I'm working on. I know health is wealth, but I like fried chicken, steak, macaroni and cheese. But I'm actually working on that
Love
because
it.
I know that is one of my biggest things. Food is my problem. I'm a fat boy. I love to eat.
Oh, you love to eat. That's all right. That's all right. I like to eat too. I don't eat too much, but I like to eat. Listening's a problem. They don't know how to listen. They just bark. Yeah. Oh, a man after my own heart. Charlie, you're so funny. Here we go. Another good question. Usama, thank you. What is your greatest inspiration?
My greatest
Jaris.
inspiration is knowing that I have two children, knowing that I really have my whole family really supporting and watching and cheering for me. That is my inspiration, knowing like I got my kids like daddy, we
Yeah.
watching you, daddy, we know what you do. So
Oh,
I absolutely love that.
good. That's good. Are there any agencies that you support? Any causes out there that you're supporting right now? Anything
Nothing
that
right
you're?
now. I'm open to it. I'm kind of really what's going on with me is I like to do things in stages, right? So I just
Hmm.
came out of this journey of self development, becoming more self aware, so I can know
Okay.
my own problems. But I'm open, but I kind of take my time because I know what's going on with the world. You got so many people that play games, but I'm open
Yeah.
to support anything that's positive, upbeat, and that has pure intentions behind. You can count me in.
Okay. I'm glad. I hope someone reaches out with that. Always one. And then Enrique asks, how do you control stress?
That's a very good question.
That's a good
Through
question.
meditating, I have learned that when I feel my body getting stressed, I'm automatically just gonna go. You might see me just take a deep breath, and I learned that stress to me means I'm worried about something. It's worried about
Mhm.
something that could happen or something that may happen or whatever. And stress is like it's just imaginary in some fields. Don't get me wrong, you have certain things you can be stressed about, but a lot of my
Yeah.
stresses just come from stuff that's not even happened. Like, what if this person don't like me, or what if I
Oh, I get
bomb?
like
And I
that.
can't
Yeah.
get stressed about something that's not happened. But meditating helps me to put everything in perspective to learn how to balance my stress.
Right on, right on. Me too. I like to practice meditation. I like to do yoga because I like the physical aspect of it. I like to kind of keep the mind with the body. But Enrique wants he answered your question, Enrique. I think have you ever practiced meditation? But hypnosis?
No, no.
No, no hypnosis. Do you like the tapes, the YouTube? Like no, okay. I do those. I do the YouTube
how
ones. I
does
like
how does that work with you? Because like I said, I'm interested in that stuff, but I'm very cautious because I'm still like in the learning phase, and I don't want to just be jumping on something that everybody say. How does that work?
I just like listen to those like the overnight ones where you can just play them and then it listens to like the subconscious positive affirmations or whatever it is that the topic of the video is. They're on YouTube. They have like 1 hour ones, they have 45-minute ones, they got 8 hour ones that you can play while you're sleeping. So it just depends. But I
How does
used to do those to help, like slow down the mind and all the chatter at night.
is that what has that work for you?
Oh, it's worked for
See a
me.
difference? Okay, good.
Yeah, it's really helped. Let's see. So I really like those videos. Jackie, fried chicken strip. Yeah, he was. Can I be like you? Oh, Usama, he's such a great guy. You should connect with Usama. Are you familiar with him?
No, send me a connection request. I don't think so.
Yes, you should connect with him too. He is fantastic. He's motivational and inspirational, and he like when he talks, it's poetry. I can't. I'm not like that, but he's like poetry in the walking. So, if that's the anxiety talking, it is. I have super anxiety. So,
Me too. Me
yeah.
too.
What is it? Yeah. It
Me
seems
too.
like we're all have that anxiety, but we're here. We're putting it out there. So it is what it is. What for real? Like, how do I know hypnotics? It isn't going to be. She's saying cluck like a chicken. Yeah, he is. Oh, this dude's raw. Oh, yeah. He's awesome, isn't he? I don't know.
Thank you.
I'm glad that people are really enjoying that you're here and that, we've had some like good conversations. We've been all over. I don't know how we're doing on time. 45 minutes. So we've been pretty good. We've been
Yeah.
chatting it up. I don't know. Let's see. Any other questions? Let me look through my questions. What's a normal day for you right now? What are you up to? Like, what's your
A
normal
normal day
day?
for me, I wake up, I got my morning routine when I get up, get my praise, get my mind right, checking my schedule. I do it really the night before. I kind of check my schedule to make sure nobody hasn't popped up, to make sure I'm not missing anything. I go ahead and get my content laid all out on LinkedIn, on social media. I got another part-time business that I run. So, I get up and do that. But my day is basically responding to emails, having Zoom meetings. I'm on Zoom just about all day long.
All
This
day, every
morning,
day.
I had a good we had a good day this morning at 6 o'clock this morning. I was up with a lot of friends. We were talking about becoming a
Wow.
human being first. Yeah, Thursday's a pretty jam-packed day for me. So that's my day, actually serving, talking, helping people, helping clients, helping customers better themselves.
Okay. So I want you to talk a little bit more about that, being a human being.
Mm-hmm.
You've been saying that. I've heard you mention it here and there. We mentioned it at the beginning. So do you want to,
Yeah.
is that part of the, what you're branding and what you're promoting and like your style? Do you want
Yeah,
to elaborate, clarify all of that,
it's
all of
all
that?
because what I've learned is that's what we are. We're humans first, before
Yeah, of
male,
course.
female, before being
Flag,
an
white,
entrepreneur,
Latino,
author. Everybody want to throw these
social.
titles in there. Let's be a human first.
Right.
That way we can connect with each other more, because I don't know if people are not really paying attention what's going on in the world, but we need to be more in tune with each other and to have these conversations so we can
Yes.
kind of solve some of our own problems instead of waiting for somebody else to do it. Because I feel like if I can connect with you on a human being level first,
Right.
even in life or business, and this is why my business is picking up, because everything is, how do you relate to the next person? I've learned that I'm a human being first, so I know, like somebody asked a question, how do I control my stress? How do I control anger? How do I learn how to communicate with other people?
Yeah.
All of that to me is wrapped up in understanding that we are humans first. So if I can deal with my stress and my problems, it makes it easier for me to deal with the next person.
Nice. That's right. And connection's really important for me. Each person's so individual and I want to make sure that I'm just being in that moment with that person and being able to connect and just I had the great conversation with Daniel last about how communication's just not hearing with your ears. It's not just what you can hear but it's so much more. So Enrique asked, what do you think about emotional intelligence and how important that is to you?
I love emotional intelligence because that is a characteristic of being human. We have our emotions, but to
Mm-hmm.
me, it was learning how to control, is like a word, like you really can't control it, but you can kind of monitor it, you can kind of keep an eye
Mm-hmm.
on it. So you know there is times when I have to get angry or have to get upset and have to be, what some people would call the bad guy. But I think
Yeah.
that was important in life, because even though I'm a positive person, I promote positivity. At the end of the day, life is not always going to be positive. You have to
Right.
have
Right.
balance. So emotional intelligence is very important in what I do, because I understand that as being a human, we all have feelings and emotions. That's part of the game.
Let me go back to that question. What's one word that your best friends would use to describe you?
Um, I would say positive, outgoing, determined, maybe. I'm gonna ask
Yeah.
somebody. I'm gonna ask somebody. Somebody to know me in the comment section, to know me personally. Describe me with one word.
Well, everyone, gave really great excitement when we had posted it that me and you were going to be live tonight. So it was like, oh, he's so great. And so,
That's you.
you know,
I'm not gonna take credit for that. That was all you.
no, no, no,
That was all you.
you're so funny. It's so funny. But I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You know, woo, it's been fun. We're just talking, talking, talking. Let me see. Everyone's like, great questions. That's good. Thank you
Thank
guys for
everybody for the questions. Thank y'all so much.
yeah, they are awesome. Definitely. Let's see. Not sure, best friends. Not sure I can repeat the words that my best friends would use to describe me. Ah, Charlie. Yeah, you guys are amazing. Yeah, everyone's really good. Friends would say hot mess. Oh man, I'm neurotic. Everyone would be like, Darlene, you know, you can be a little neurotic. I know I can be too much. Too much. But I use that for good, for positivity, you know. It's like I have this extra energy and I want to use it for other people, to highlight other people and to let other people be able to share what they have that, you know, they might need something that I can give them to help them get a little bit further ahead in their lives. So that's what I'm about. I don't know what that is. But oh man, let's see. Any final questions? We're coming up on the last little bit. We've talked about kinds of things. I don't know. Anything you want to add? Anything that you feel like you haven't covered that?
Yeah, I'll share. You know, I went on this journey of self-development, and I took like 2 years, just learning. You know, what worked for me was not working for me, and it's still an ongoing process. It's not like once you find it, it's like, oh, I got it. But I really took the time to better myself and to accept what I had going on, to accept the fact that, you know, I was in the position that I was in because I truly wanted to be, subconsciously not knowing. Now what I'm learning is just to continue to add value, just to put myself out there and to get up and show up every day. And I just thank
Sure.
you for having me, because this is part of me putting my message out there, part of me achieving some of my goals, and you helped me to do that tonight. So thank you.
Oh no, thank you for being here and supporting me too. So, I mean, everyone's been so great with the questions. Another one,
Yeah.
how do you uplift yourself?
I lift myself, you know, every morning, or when I get time to look at my reflection. You know, I don't have to
Mhm.
look in the mirror. I might be looking at, like right now, and I just dig deep, because, like I said, when I went on that journey, I learned that everything that we um, are searching for or need help with, we already got it inside of us. So that is what helps me, just looking at myself, just trying to pull out the inspiration that's already in me.
Yeah, that's good. That's why it makes you a good mentor. Just those kinds of things when you're sharing with somebody and you're motivating somebody and you're empowering somebody. So, the questions won't stop. What is your hobby?
Hobby.
If you could go anywhere in the world for a month, where would you go?
All the
So,
killer questions.
yeah, you've been inspirational and joyful today. They appreciate you. Keep on doing what you do. That's right. So, there you go. What is your hobby? I want to know. What do you do for fun? How do you kick it?
You know, I make music. I like to laugh with my friends. I like to joke,
Oh, yeah.
to go out. You know, we can't be out in public like that anymore. But I like to be out in the public, you know, going out, hanging out with family and friends, just enjoying life, traveling.
Yeah, music. You mentioned a little
Yeah,
music. You
yeah,
didn't touch
I love
on your
music.
music, but I know you
Love
talked about
music.
you love music.
We're gonna
It's
hold
one of
that
your.
for the. We're gonna hold that for the for the next one.
Oh no, no, yeah, I know, but I just know that I'm glad you brought up music. I love music too. Like if I love live music. I don't spend too much time watching TV, but I will throw on some music when I need
Me
to feel
too.
better.
Me too.
When I need, you know, like a pick me up, or I just need to get out of some negative headspace. So I always feel music's like a really quick, easy to kind of, or friends.
Right. Right.
Find a friend, like, hey, anybody want to talk to me? I'm not feeling good. I wasn't feeling good yesterday. So let's see. You're such a, oh, they're just chatting amongst them. Last time you looked at yourself in the mirror, thanked yourself for being you. Well, Enrique, man, he's full
Yeah,
of
yeah. Thank you,
questions.
Enrique. I do it all the time because I used to beat myself up so much, because, you know, you're a good person, you got a big heart.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just feel like things should just happen to you, like you should just be a millionaire just because I'm a good person. And
Mm-hmm.
I learned to, look myself in the mirror and tell myself, look, stop beating yourself up. You actually
Yeah,
doing good for where you came from and what you got going on. You're doing pretty decent.
pretty decent, pretty decent. All right. Okay, I guess that's it. I think we're good. I think we're gonna close up this episode. They slammed questions. This was great because I was like, am I gonna be prepared? Are we gonna get through this? Okay, are we gonna have fun? But man, I had a great time. So thank you so much. Thank you,
Thank you.
thank you, thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank everybody in the audience. I appreciate everybody.
Yeah, everybody's showing their love. Music is my language. Yes, mine too. Amazing show. Yeah, Usama, you go. I know you are way ahead of us, I think. I may need to run. Great show. All right, so I guess we're gonna, say our goodbyes and recap. I guess, is there any final words before, we say our goodbyes? That's it. That's it.
I'm here to support. If you are on social media, please follow the hashtag Thinkers at Work. That way you can
Yes.
view my content, and anybody I'm not connected with,
See.
please reach out.
I have the little ticker. You guys know he has this book, Nature Flow. We didn't even talk about that,
Good.
your nature flow, but hey, I got the book. It's right here. You guys saw the picture. Connect with him. Follow his hashtag. And he's really busy in Clubhouse, so you guys can go follow him there too.
Yeah. I'm gonna get off as soon as I get off here.
Oh, he's like ready to go. Okay, so everyone can go over there. All right, my friend. Well, you have a good night. I'm going to send you on backstage. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. I think everybody did a great job sharing their thoughts tonight. So I just keep rocking, get some Z's. Boom, much love. Bye. Okay, all right, my dear. Well, thank you so much, and you have a great night.
Thank you. Very good show. It was an honor. Thank you.
All right.
All right.
All right, guys, that's it. I guess I'm so lucky I had him with me, and it's been so exciting to have him. Okay, I guess we're going to close up this shop. I'm going to get the comments. His ticker's on the bottom, so you guys have his information. We've come to the close pretty quickly. We want to bring awareness, having important conversations. We want to seek change for the greater good. That's why we were here today. We want to create more opportunities. We want to promote these conversations, healing and change. So please, this show is intended just to highlight those silenced voices. And if anyone needs assistance, you guys can always reach out to me. Jaris is available always. I want to thank him for his appearance tonight and coming and destigmatizing and just normalizing lots of the traumas that we go through in life experiences. So I appreciate everybody that came out tonight. Next week, I'm going to have my amazing guest. You guys are not going to want to miss it. This is someone that I'm really excited to have. Another new amazing person. It's going to be Darren Sprinkle. Oh, yeah. Oh, I wish I could see the chat right now. Yeah. Darren's going to be here. We're going to discuss his experiences, U.S. Marines, his chronic pain coaching, and how his passion for music has helped him along the way. He really believes in helping people get back to their true identities. And so we're going to dig a little into Darren's personal mayhem. And now he is a successful consultant now. He came from working in high-end construction and from the Pacific Northwest in Canada. And now he does business development and he supports Rob Roy. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and his wonderful client. So he will be here next week. You guys are not going to want to miss this. I appreciate you guys. You guys have all been great. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to say our goodbyes and close up shop. So you guys all have a good night.